So also you were participating in the show, the very famous show, Stranger Things. Tell us about your experience, and I remember you were mentioned that it was so satanic, the scenes. I mean, I don't know the place that you were, acting in that area. So please share with us.
Okay, so here in Albuquerque, there is kind of like a big acting thing. They do a lot of shows here. And just to make some side money, I started doing background work because, it's only 1 or 2 days and you make, decent money, whatever. And I saw Stranger Things was coming up and I was like, yes, cool. I had never seen it at that point either. So actually, I'll just say this, only like maybe last year did I start getting rid of like all the like pumpkins in my house or things, rejecting like things like that. Up until last year, I was still celebrating Halloween. I was still watching horror movies, all those things that is not conducive to me as a Christian. So at that point, this was like 3 years ago, I was still like Halloween, yes, all of that, even though I was a practicing Christian, I was still into that. So I saw that opportunity. I was like, yes. And they were going to be at a roller skate rink and you had to be able to roller skate. And I was like, that sounds fun. And so I ended up applying and I got the job, even though I really couldn't roller skate, but they didn't care. And they had us housed, so they put, usually like when you're on a set, you're like, you put all your stuff in one place and then you go to the scene, like you don't leave your stuff at the scene. I mean, it's different everywhere, but so they had us housed in a church actually, where we would like eat our lunch and everything like that. And then we would walk across the fields and then we would go to the roller skate part and then we would skate around and stuff like that. So on set, once you walk into the set, it's just like this heavy feeling, like you can't even breathe. Like you could almost cut the air with a knife because it's just so like heavy and like depressed kind of feeling. And there was another guy that was there and he was actually a believer as well. And him and I were like almost in panic attacks. Like he had to literally walk outside. And then I went also back to the church because it was like that anxiety, that panic, was there on set. And it shouldn't have been that way because, this is should be fun. We're roller skating and stuff. But it was just, everybody and everything is just really heavy there. Even the main actress, she would walk around and you could just see she was not a happy person. Like she is just scowling when she was a pretty girl, and I would talk to her and she wouldn't be nice or happy. She was just like really angry. And some of the scenes we filmed were very almost like a ritual, I would say, because there's like Hollywood rituals where they humiliate the person in order to like initiate them into the Hollywood, whatever club of whatever. So one of the scenes, like spoiler alert, sorry guys, if you haven't watched it, don't watch it anyways, but she gets a milkshake thrown on her, the main actress, and everyone skates around her really super fast going, ha ha ha, like we're all making fun of this girl who has a milkshake poured all over her. And then after that scene, she has to go and she like pretends to hit the girl with the skate. And so just like all of it was for 4 days. And a lot of people didn't come back the 3rd day or the 4th day. So they upped the ante for the pay. But yeah, it was dark. And there was even like a game, from the 80s, how they had those like old cool games. And it was like Whack a Demon. And I like took a picture of it. I thought, that's funny, ha! And it's crazy. You don't really think about things like that. Like I put myself in there and I could have picked up some darkness that, is probably not good. Especially if, you have to pray, make sure you're always mindful, always have Jesus on your mind and in your thoughts and things like that. And So
Wow. So it's kind of interesting that, as a Christian, whatever you knew in that time, that you're like, you know what, I'm going to go check it out. Sometimes we put ourselves like, it's not that bad, right? Or like, oh, come on. But when you enter to that territory, that means that you going inside of the enemy territory.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, okay, now I'm in charge because you came into my territory, right?
Yeah.
So now, those kind of feelings and everything. But when those actors, and I'm sure the directors, say, okay, we're gonna do this kind of scene. We know what it's about, this program, this show, and like you were saying, that actress, she was like, and that personality, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I've been working so hard for like 3-4 hours to find this character thing, and of course I'm not gonna be nice to you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna switch back and forth. It takes time, and of course, we know that possession, right?
Yeah.
That
Well,
calling.
actually, you sign something when you go on set that says you're not supposed to interact with them so you don't break their character. So that's weird. But we were all so close there on that set that it was like hard not to interact. Like it would have been like even weirder. But yeah, usually on shows like that, it says like you're not allowed to interact because you'll break character. You might scare the demon out of them for a second. You never know. But yeah, she was definitely like possessed. You could tell her eyes change, just her whole like face changes. It's crazy.
So okay. Let's talk about this thing. So by fact, because you experienced that, you were very close there. You were filming all the stuff. So it's a totally different person. So what we're watching on TV, it's not like look at how cool he did, she did or he did. It's practically is the demon possessed their body to act that powerful scene, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's like most of the good actors, that's what they do. They invoke a different character. They just say invoke, but it's like actually taking on that person,
Wow. Well, thanks so much for sharing. I know it was like you were saying in the beginning, there are moments that we make that decision that, God protect me, right? Even though that we make a mistake or something, but now you know that you're like, I'm not practicing Halloween anymore. I know it was like a year ago, but I'm not doing that. I'm gonna clean up my house, right? Like I want to be close to Jesus, it's not like a one step backward, I want to go forward. And God bless you, sister, with those decisions that you made, God bless you, seriously.